Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, is a feminist and champion of human rights and gender equality. Funny, since you don't pay your female executive as much as you pay your male executive at Archwell.
Harry and Meghan aren't victims. They're villains. Two people that burn bridges just to sell the ashes as memorabilia for cold, hard cash. But there's a little problem, a fly in the ointment. No one's buying.
Well, let me tell you this, Stuart. Nobody wants Meghan Markle here.
In just the last week, the Meghans got booed. They used veterans, cancer, and kids for publicity. And Netflix is signaling it's ready for a divorce. To top it off, you got Harry. He's trying to weasel his way back into Buckingham Palace right after betraying the King and Prince Philip.
There's two issues to raise with His Majesty the King that I haven't heard discussed so far. Firstly, could the stress of having to sort out the Harry situation over the last 2 years have contributed to his illness? And I believe if you ask top doctors, they'll say yes.
Here's the kicker. Wallace got a temp job in between backstabbing Queen Elizabeth with Sussex.com. Or is it Sussex.com? It doesn't really matter. One thing's for certain. When you put a lipstick on a pig, it's still a Meghan.
Quiet on set.
What's going on, everybody? Spotify was right. Meghan and Harry are grifters, except they're like Midas in reverse, spinning gold that turns into trash and trouble.
This week, King Charles was diagnosed with a form of cancer. Doctors say the cancer has been around for 8 years, is 5 feet 6 inches, and has dark brown hair.
It's been 6 years since the couple married and pledged allegiance to Queen and country. But not once yet have the Meghans honored their oaths to the monarchy or to the more than 2.4 billion loyal and loving citizens of the Commonwealth nations.
Do you feel American?
Do I feel American? No, I don't know. I don't know how I feel.
Would you think about becoming a citizen?
I have considered it. Yeah.
Time for a reality check. The U.S. doesn't want Harry. And he will be damned if he ever trades in his titles to become a citizen.
It is not convenient.
Because the fact is, without talent, skills, or any work ethic, the couple have zero. No titles, no cash, no moolah or dinero. See, 4 years ago, it wasn't a royal exit. It was the getaway to a royal heist, complete with a coat of arms that were swapped out for dollar signs. Meghan Markle betrays late Queen Elizabeth II by using Sussex name, creating new website. See, Sussex.com has absolutely nothing to do with King and Country. Don't be fooled for a second. This is a one-stop shop to advertise the Meghans' for-profit philanthropy, their staged publicity stunts, their absentee parenting, and hypocrisy.
All the preaching about carbon footprint and climate change as they use Elton John and George Clooney's private jets like a taxi service. On the day of the $500,000 baby shower, sending out a tweet about poverty as they're literally having a $500,000 baby shower.
When you boil the website right down to its core, it's nothing but a digital monument to broken promises.
Again, the strength of the family unit coming together.
How have you processed the fact that there's so much happening back with your family?
I have my own family.
Right.
While King Charles battles his cancer and Princess Catherine is recovering from abdominal surgery, the Montecito merchandisers decided, hey, we're going to go on a trip and have a little bit of fun. They kicked off Rebrand Tour 1205, all so they could transform their titles into personal ATMs and cash in. So yeah, I believe the Beckhams are right to cut off the California chicken coopers. And a few days ago, they decided to have a little fun at the couple's expense.
Hey, remember when you used to be Pepper Lady? Pepper Lady?
Wasn't it Cinnamon Sisters?
Nutmeg Maidens?
Nutmeg Maidens.
I just said that.
See, every time that the duo of desperation fail at something, they don't blame themselves. They blame bad press, bad marketing. It's everybody else but them. Not how they treat their families, not how they use Netflix or Oprah or putting out the book Spare or 100 different styles of interviews that they trashed the royal family and took a flamethrower to how it was living the royal life.
How do you feel about the palace hearing you speak your truth today?
I don't know how they could expect that after all of this time, we would still just be silent if there is an active role that the firm is playing in perpetuating falsehoods about us.
They say blood is thicker than water. That's true. Until abuse becomes the status quo, and then it becomes nothing but a bad memory. See, the Meghans know this deep down inside their hearts that they're never going to be welcomed back to Buckingham Palace. So that's why they're trying to create a rival to the royal family. And to do that, they need to begin by rewriting their history. Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, is a humanitarian, military veteran, mental health advocate, and environmental campaigner. I just can't read that and take it seriously. Harry's bio reads like the fantasy of a man-child who's so filled with hate because he is not half the man that his brother is. He states humanitarian. Well, I'll counter him with Africa Parks. How about the Baka people of the Congo Basin who are being brutalized on a daily basis? He writes military veteran. Okay, I'll give him that one. He served for 10 years, just as long as everyone remembers how he honored the Royal Marines. Or didn't.
So the Captain General of the Royal Marines, rather than attending the most important memorial they have,
so he goes and supports his wife.
Rather than be where he should have been doing his duty, he's hustling his wife's movie voiceover business to the head of Disney.
Next time, if anyone needs any extra voiceover.
That's really why we're here. It's the pitch.
Just not Scott.
You know, on the entire Sussex.com website, number one, it points to SussexRoyal.com, another betrayal to Queen Elizabeth because she forbade them to use that name. But throughout the entire site, there is not one single mention of King Charles, Harry's father, nor a thank you to the rest of the family. And what makes matters worse is you got Harry. He takes full credit for the founding of the Invictus Games, not the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, the Royal Foundation, or the Defense Ministry. But he forgot one thing. The internet is forever. And I found a flyer from September 2014, which will set the record straight. So, has anybody ever known Prince William or Princess Catherine to ever say a disparaging word, a negative word about Harry and how he views his skewed reality about the facts of Invictus Games? Never. Not once, because, see, they have class and character. And it's that very same character that shines through every time they're introduced to somebody on the street. It doesn't matter if it's your mother or a stranger. They always show their true selves. That's so much different than one particular delusional D-list diva.
I'm Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. And
My name's William.
I'm Catherine, and this is William next to me.
my name's Beatrice.
Now, when it comes to Meghan, you better get a drink and buckle up.
Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, is a feminist and champion of human rights and gender equality. Well, that's funny, since you don't pay your female executive as much as you pay your male executive at Archewell.
Well, that's unfortunate, but not surprising.
She has been named one of the most influential women in the world in rankings including Time Magazine's most influential people, thanks to the marriage of your husband. The Financial Times 25 most influential, thanks to the marriage of your husband. Variety Power of Women, thanks to the marriage of your husband. Oh no, she lists all of the awards. This is so embarrassing. This feels like she's just totally trying to rewrite history.
I was such a fraud.
After graduation, she turned her focus to the entertainment industry. Deal or no deal?
Meghan, open the case.
Meghan's bio is kind of like a billboard screaming, "Remember me?
I am royal."
It's nothing but a shameless shout out to every corporation, charity, and foundation with a checkbook. Think of it like a mix between delusion and desperation of an actress who's reached past her expiration date that wanted to transform her life into a household brand.
That's not going to happen.
But what truly stands out is how she who must be obeyed upstaged her ginger handbag in more than one ways. One, her coat of arms takes center stage, and then her bio is 200 more words than Harry's. It comes in at 528 words. Still, it's not the only thing of Meghan's that's longer and bigger than Harry's. That would be her ego.
Yeah, that's totally me.
This is a tale as old as time.
Harry and Meghan remind me of the fable of the scorpion and the frog. The scorpion asks the frog to float him across a river. The frog says, "You're a scorpion. You will bite me and kill me." And the scorpion says, "It would make no sense. I can't cross the river without you." Halfway through, scorpion stings the frog. The frog says, "Why did you do that?" The scorpion says, "It's my nature. I can't help it."
Yeah.
Meghan used Duchess 7 times and then showcased receiving her Ripple of Hope award for attacking the royal family and branding them as racist. And yet the couple wonder why they continue to get booed everywhere they go. In the world of Sussex.com, the only genuine thing is ambition. This isn't a website, but a sales pitch. Meghan Markle finds smaller distributor for podcast after $20 million Spotify deal fizzled. It didn't fizzle, they got fired. Spotify basically told the couple, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. And when they went to Amazon Audible, those people were like, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses there. We only sell products that people actually want to buy.
And I was just a wreck. I was just crying and crying.
So then Walmart Wallace decided that she was going to go over to Lemonada Media. The company sounds like a software drink, something that you get after you had one too many at the bar. But think about this. The company is so small that if it were a country, it would fit in the back of your garage. Once again proving that Meghan will do absolutely anything to secure fortune and fame.
Meghan, one tear, left eye, go. Give me 3.
Things aren't looking too rosy for Wokomono. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle face Netflix pulling plug over disappointing 4 years. Netflix saw the light and is getting ready for the divorce. But how do we really know? One, when you look at research and reports. Then you have two, the streaming giant hasn't put out a press release about the couple in a long time. But three, you have CEO of Netflix, Ted Sarandos. He laughed at the couple's expense when a comic roasted them alive on global television.
How great was Imelda Staunton in The Crown? Wasn't she amazing? Her portrayal of the Queen was so good. Prince Harry called her and asked her for money.
But if you really want to know what gave the game away, in my opinion, how Mr. and Mrs. Has-Been Never Was-His Netflix deal has gone belly up and bust, it's that they did not mention the studio one single time anywhere on Sussex.com. Not once. And that tells us all we need to know. Talk about a fall from grace. Prince Philip will be turning in his grave after Harry disregarded his wishes and effectively abandoned his family name. In less than 3 years after Prince Philip passed, the menace in the mouth decided to spit on his memory by changing their kid's name and turning their children's into pawns. We're talking about the very same kids that Meghan gushed a few days ago in Canada that she wanted to get back to in order to give them a couple of blankets. Blankets that anytime the parents are away and the children miss mommy and daddy, they can snuggle up to and remember that Meghan and Harry are out there in the world doing good. Talk about a consolation prize instead of love. 2 blankets. Wow. In my opinion, the has-beens can kiss goodbye all the work that Harry tried to do to weasel his way back into the family. Duke of Sussex willing to take temporary royal role while King is ill. The Times newspaper reports Harry has told friends he would step into such a role while King Charles is unwell. Like I said, the delusional Duke and his doppelganger want to recharge the royal credit cards. But in order to do that, they need to realign themselves with the royal family.
I'll tell you who he is. He's a grifter.
The Montecito manipulators cannot be trusted. They're not the type of people to be. One way, the good news is that Prince William is standing in the breach, holding them back. He knows the Meghans far too well and understands that they've crossed the Rubicon in more than one way. See, the Meghans have abused family on both sides of the pond. They've destroyed their name, betrayed citizens in multiple nations, and then they're holding the Invictus Games, where they basically use it to get more publicity by staying in front of the camera more times than Harry has spent with King Charles. And on top of that, you got Meghan showcasing her $100,000 wardrobe and jewelry in front of wounded warriors who have given all to their countries and are now struggling to survive and compete. And to top it all off, what do you have? The couple make nonstop demands.
My favorite detail from the Whistler trip was that the head of the Invictus event there was instructed to call Harry and Meghan Sir and Ma'am.
I know.
Prince William won't allow Prince Harry back into the royal fold as nothing has changed. Good for him. He's holding the Meghans back. It's about time someone did. Now the Montecito merchandisers can go back to California and raise their rescue chickens, or hell, give their hand a shot at selling Montecito knighthoods on eBay. Either way, their rebrand tour 1205 has failed. It's only served to show their true face to the world once again. Now, the really great news is once Princess Catherine is fully recovered, she's going to return to help people like she's always done, and they'll be once again number one in her heart. Now, if you liked this video and found value in it, hit the subscribe button. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below about what you think Meghan and Harry are going to do next. Also, so you know, every Sunday, I have a live stream at 2 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. UK time. And once a month, at least, we're going to be having a Mega Meghan's live stream with some very special guests. Now, to win every battle and stay true to yourself, all you have to remember is we never bow down, we never bend the knee. Always forward.